Hi, this is Justin with More Business Today, and in this video we're going to talk about links and pop-ups. So I'm just basically put these together because links is really easy, and we might as well add in pop-ups. So the links, you click on a text, block, edit text, and then you see how this says read more, so it is a link already. I'll remove the link off of there. See, now it's not a link. So if you wanted it to be a link, if you wanted to make a read more link, you'd say, or hey, let's say we make it learn more. We want that to be a link that goes to the services page or the about us page or whatever. Then we highlight the text that we want to be a link, be clickable, and we click on the link icon. And then if we're sending them to a page on our site, then we can choose from the drop down services. Now we should note too that this is you could also do open a pop-up if there was a pop-up, but there's no pop-up yet. We'll create a pop-up later. You'd also link to a file. So if you link to a file, you have to upload files. You just do select file, you can upload file, or you can see the files that are there. So like if you have a PDF or something that you want people to be able to download, you could do it that way. But for now, we'll say this one is an existing page. We'll do services, done. So then we'll do another one. Over here, you can see there's an email address. Edit text. See if they made this link already. No. So you highlight the email address. And there's a trick here. You can copy this text. So if you want the email address to be the same, then you can copy this. It doesn't want to stay highlighted when I right click. So I'm going to do Control C. Hold down Control, press C. That does it, copies it. And then if you scroll down, you'll see that you have email address in one of your options, and then you can paste it in there. You type it into both places too, that's fine. But now that's a link. Another kind of link that you're going to do is a link to someone's page. An external link. So external to your page. Highlight it, click the link icon, click website URL. One trick about this is that what I always do is I will go to the URL in a new tab. So say you want to put a link to Bank of America. You can Google it, go to the page. But here's the link. So you can highlight it here and copy it. And the reason why that's better, in fact, here, let's go to this one here and read the info.us, because the secure one actually shows you that the HTTPS is there. But this doesn't show you that. But if you copy it, at least in Chrome this works, then when you paste it in over here, it puts the whole HTTP : everything. And you know it works because you're at the page. So as long as you copy that whole URL, then it works. And I always recommend that you do open in a new page, if it's open in a new window, if it's external to your site. Done. So those are the links. Pretty straightforward. Adding a pop-up. You go to Pages, menu, Pages, Pop-up, New Pop-up, and you can do all kinds of different kind of pop-up messages. Usually you want to have a real specific reason for having a pop-up, where you don't want it's not something you want to send them to another page for, but you want it to be a pop-up. A newsletter registration is a good example. We click on that, newsletter registration, add pop-up. You'd type in whatever you want for the name. It'll bring you to the pop-up editor here. Now, it's important to note this pop-up editor is the same as the rest of the editor. So you could go in here, you can add an image. Yeah. Donut. Oh, that's too big. You can edit the text, everything that you can do in a normal one. And then when you go back to page, which in order to get back, you might be tempted to click on X. It'll just say it doesn't work. So, and it says up here, you can do it through Insight or through link/button. Insight's a whole different thing, but we'll do it through a link is how we'll show you here. So we go back to a page, like the home page. I have to do it again here. Home page. Now let's say the set appointment, instead of that, we're going to make it actually, I might as well show you how to do a button at the same time. We'll delete this. So we'll do a button, add element. One of the elements is a button, as you may have already guessed. Right here, button with a hand. So I need to drag this over, put it in here. And it automatically opens up the editor for the button. We'll do open pop-up, newsletter editor registration. Here's the text for the button. Sign up. And then done. Note that this is aligned to the left. The alignment is handled over here. So we can just hit center. And there it is. So now, I don't know if it'll work in the preview or not. We can try it. Yeah, it opens up the pop-up. So that's how you do a pop-up and a button for that matter. And get back into the button. If you click on edit, you click on the button, click on edit. You can do a lot of stuff here. In the design side, you can change the background color. So right now it's black. So we make it a burgundy color. You can change the border color. Right now it's pretty light. That's probably fine, really. But and you can increase the size of the border. You can have the text colors at the top here. If we were going to use a lighter color, so let's say we're going to use it light gray for the color. Then for the text, we'd probably want to use something darker. And then down here is the hover text and background. So right now it's set so the background's black and the text is white. We'll leave it for now. And so then that's what makes it doesn't work in the preview because it's I guess the text by default, the hover ends up being the same. So then you can change it though. So you can change it so it's white text on a dark background. Done. Seeing how it changes. So anyhow, that's a button. Also on the button edit, on the design side, you have a layouts, and so the layouts show you a lot of different kinds of buttons. You have the kind that with a reflection. You can see that it changes on the right, and this has a reflection and an icon. And actually for this kind of stuff, I would probably minimize the menu, and then you can click on it Edit. No, I just put it right. Yeah, you move it out of the way that way. Design. Layout. So you can choose different layouts. You can play with those. With the icon, then if you select one with an icon, if you don't have one selected with an icon, a layout with an icon, see, as soon as you unselect one, you select one that doesn't have an icon, then the icon option goes away. But if you have one that does have an icon, the icon option goes in there, and then from the icon you can select, and you can type in like a search, but the search on this isn't great. Mail, there you go. Try it like mail reply and see what it looks like. I don't think there's gonna be an icon that kind of speaks to newsletter. I'm hitting enter, but the best way to do it is probably to just wait for the text to come up. One of the icons that is going to be in there is like Facebook, so that's something that you'll run into. We'll just use something generic, and I believe this is the color, so you change the color of the icon there. Oh, that's a wallet. It's probably not a great option. So that's how you add a button and a pop-up. So that's get the menu back. That's all for buttons, pop-ups, and links.